It is 6:42. Let's look at the Schumann and see what the energy is. And let me know in the comments how you're doing and how you're feeling. Here's the full Russian graph this morning, and I just wanted you all to see, look at how calm this is and how much the energy has pulled back. Now, if we zoom into today, you can very much noticeably tell this. I'll zoom in for you. That is not natural. That is human-made noise that the graph is picking up on. And oddly enough, it looks like it's overlaying the graph in a way that you can't see what's behind it. At first, I was like, you know what? That looks like a bridge. No. Looking at it more and more, that's human interference. And I don't know if there is a lower level of lightning in Russia where they do this, or if there's solar activity, like a solar storm happening or something, that would cause the ionosphere to be so low. But this is low. The actual resonance is very low. And this just gives us a little peek into what life would be like without this resonance that we depend on so much. Because even on the Cumiana graph in Italy, it is dead quiet. The only fluctuations that we have on this graph is this one, which is man-made, because we know this is the power grid. And these really little teeny ones, barely reaching 5. So the energy overall really hasn't changed much since yesterday. But it is important to note here, even though it doesn't feel like things are shifting or moving, they are very, very slowly. And this is your anchoring point before we get to the eclipse, where chaos happens, the tides begin to be very turbulent, and a lot of things happen very quickly. So while we are in this energy, this little shadow period, anchor into the earth. Put your roots down. Build a root system so that you don't get swept away by all of the chaos. Do your final reviews, your daily check-ins. Notice what is reoccurring so that you can say, okay, why is this reoccurring? What is it trying to show me? Hold on, I gotta sneeze. And how can I move forward without this? Ask yourself lots of questions, not just the why, but the how, the what. Those are important as well, maybe more important. Spirit says, not much has changed except for everything. But has it changed or just returned home to itself? When we stop abandoning, all becomes clear. And then Spirit started to sing, tick tock on the clock. And I noticed the clock was one of those tall grandfather clocks. It reminded me kind of like that nursery rhyme. Do people still know nursery rhymes? With the mouse. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 12. Something that I forget what happened to the mouse. I don't know. But it was a grandfather clock. Now there are lots of meanings symbolized in the grandfather clock. This is just an overall brief one. But what really stands out to me is the importance of being present and the passage of time and the slow, mindful approach to life. There's a huge theme here, if you've noticed it, and it is living a peaceful life, living a spiritually sound life, finding that inner oneness, that inner connectedness. You are one part, one string on the web. Don't let the vibrations of other strings distract you from what you're doing. Movement can help this energy because it's moving so slow right now. Any kind of movement can help get things flowing, because We don't want energy to get stuck. With the eclipse coming, you want to keep as much energy flowing as possible, because once we get to the eclipse on the 3rd, things are going to happen very quickly, very rapidly. It is like hitting the accelerator. Actually, it's faster than that. It's like hitting the 4 times fast forward on a VCR. Right? The eclipse is like faster, faster, faster. So anchor in, ground while you can. Set yourself up to make it through the eclipse without too much of yourself being scattered. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday.